Welcome to the Black American channel of the free and the brave. Black students can't read. Black seniors in high school, to be exact, cannot read. They are 18 years old, going into the real world, a world that won't have any mercy on them, and they are not equipped scholastically to be able to succeed in life. This is going to bring on a levy of problems and issues, concerns, and maybe even protests. Who's surprised? Not me. I've been covering this for a while. I even have a video about this. You can go and check it out a few months back. And I know everybody has been seeing the Houston teacher down south that has been crying all over the internet because he is just now finding out that Black kids can't read. Why are we just finding this out? Why are we not paying attention? I'm gonna let you guys know how we got here, what this means now and moving forward, and how we can fix this situation. Now, before we do, make sure you give me the HBO special. That's a Help a Brother Out special. Give me a like, subscribe, share the video, and of course, your comments down in the comment section so we can have a conversation. Let's talk about it.
I literally broke down in the middle of class because I'm teaching seniors. These kids are leaving high school and going to college, hopefully, after they finish. We had 2 paragraphs to read, 1 sentence, complete to write. I gave them the sentence stems. I basically completed the sentence for them in the model. These are 17 and 18-year-old kids, and they couldn't fill in 4 words. 4 words. I gave them the scenario. We annotated together. I gave them the answers before we even had the problem. And they couldn't do it. I don't know. I simply don't know where the problem is. This is only day 2. And I have seniors who simply cannot read and seniors who cannot write. They cannot write. They can reason. They have the ability to defend their reasoning if it's talking to their homeboy, but applying that to a written text, 2 paragraphs, they couldn't do it. Our young Black men, our young brown men, our young Black girls, and our young brown girls oh God.
All right, guys. So I quickly want to say that my heart goes out to this guy. I know earlier I was being funny when I said that, he's been crying all over the internet. I've just seen a lot of videos, and hopefully you have too, so you are aware of the situation so we can move forward and try to rectify things. Now, let's go over what he actually said. These kids cannot read and they cannot write. He gave them annotated stems of the sentence or the paragraphs, and then they still could not put together and reason and comprehend the sentence that they needed to know. They could not fill in the words. 4 words. This is absolutely wild and insane. They could not fill in 4 words. And what's going on here is the entire way that the educational system has changed. I recently fumbled upon information to where they are not even teaching kids phonics anymore. They are giving them pictures and having them come to conclusions about what things mean by guessing for what the picture means. What is this? What kind of educational system do we have now? You are literally setting people up for failure. And it goes to lean towards conspiracies, right? The dumber you keep a population, the easier they are to control. If they can't write and read going into the real world as adults and not being as competent as their counterparts, individuals of other races, they're never going to win. They will always be ignorant of situations, political ideologies. They will always vote against their actual belief systems and against their best interests. Always, if they don't know what's going on. And they can only reason through means of socialization. When he said that the students can reason when they're talking to their homeboys, things of that nature, of course you can. But if we want to hide something at this point, what's the old saying? If you want to hide something from the Negro, put it in a book. Prime example in current day, because our kids can't read. There is a statistic going around right now that 20 to 25% of Black students graduating high school can read and write and do math proficiently at grade level. Only 20 to 25%. That is alarming. Where's BLM when you need them? Where is Dr. Umar right now? Where is Don Lemon? Where is Charlemagne the God? Where is Ben Crump? Where is Al Sharpton? Why is this not alarming the Black bells? Why aren't we ringing the bells? Ding, ding, dong. Ring a ding, 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 dong. Where is Ice Cube when you need him? Snoop Dogg, Cardi B. We love to listen to our rappers. They're illiterate themselves. I can't believe we was listening to Cardi B. But anyway, where is everybody right now? Because only me, the bootlickers out there, we're the only ones bringing this to attention. We are the only ones that actually care about the education of our youth, because our youth is our future. And the future is looking bleak. The future is looking illiterate. With that being said, guys, check out this next video, because if we don't do something right now to fix this, this will be your high school senior.
Spell philosophy. Ain't no way, bro. You 16, he's 17. Y'all juniors and seniors in high school, man. Spell it. Ain't no way. We erase the board. We're going to forget about the other stuff. I'm going to give y'all another chance. Spell philosophy. Mother. Dog. Keep going. I'm curious. I'm curious to see. Come on. Spell philosophy. Yeah.
Not starting to spell philosophy with an F. And I know you guys hear the bird chirping in the background. Guys, go get you some 9-volt batteries. It's not that hard, guys. I just got them hanging around. Go get your 9 volts. They're rechargeable. What's the problem, guys? What's the problem?
Man, damn face. Come on, get out the way. Let me see what y'all. Come on. All right. So that's. Oh, y'all ain't done.
Don't forget the
philosophy.
why.
That's our final word. Philosophy. Huh? Look at y'all. Man, spell cute, Makai. Spell cute. I'm gonna give you something simple. I ain't even gonna say no cute. That's a fourth grade word, dog. Spell cute. Spell it. Dog. Makai. That don't make no damn sense. I don't know what school you going to when you graduate. I don't know what you going. Y'all going back in grades, boy. You going back to the 9th, 7th, 5th, 6th. You going backwards. Spell 2. It's 3 different ways you can spell 2. It's 3 different ways. Spell the first 2, Maurice. Spell 2. Nick, dog. Y'all serious?
Nah.
Spell the other 2. Makai. Spell the other two. Dog. Y'all. Spell the number two. 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 Get the out the house. Go. Go. Get out. Just go, bro. There ain't no way. Philosophy 22, cute. And y'all think y'all spelled this stuff right?
Okay, guys. This is so abhorrently absurd. I kind of feel like it's staged. But at the same time, is it though? Because they can't read, they can't write. That's a fact. And there's so many clips I have, but I just can't have this video going so long. And also, as parents, guys, how do our kids get into high school? How do they get to seniors? And you don't know that they're illiterate. How do they get there? This is blame going to the parents here. There's no way that my son will get that far in life without me having him read to me, without him seeing that he is actually learning things by writing things. I would be reading his papers that he's turning in to his teachers. I would be in touch with his teachers. I mean, weekly, if I have to be. I mean, granted, we're going to do homeschool because we're going to avoid all this. We're going to know exactly what's going on with our kids. But if I had him in public school, parents, we got to be more involved. No one goes to PTA meetings anymore. Do y'all even check report cards? It's just at this point, oh, my child is passing. He must be doing well. Have you not heard about No Child Left Behind? It's on steroids now. That means, and I did a video about this particular topic I'm about to talk about right now. That means that a student in high school can pass 3 classes and be a senior and also be in the middle of his class with GPA. How? How is that possible, Sway? How, Sway? And what happened to that individual? He actually had to go back to 9th grade. His mother was irate, saying that the school failed him. Yes, they did. But you also did not check and see what was going on. That's on you. You can't put all the blame on the schooling. And at this point, we need to be put on high alert so that we know that these schools are failing our kids, and we need to demand and do better. We need to take the reins. We need to start teaching our kids. Take some time out, 30 minutes an hour while they're little. It all starts when they're little. That's when they build good habits. That's when they build their phonics, their times tables, things of that nature. We have to start young because by the time they become seniors, it's so hard. It's so hard there. It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. Now, some more absurdity that I have come across is that this party that my community continues to vote for at an 85 clip rate went from like 95. We're 85 now, thanks to us gentlemen mainly. Some of the women, I believe you're at 9% to 8%. We see you. Now, my people keep voting for this party. And haven't you seen since civil rights, 65, our community has been deteriorating ever since. Crime rates going up. Clinic rates going up. Literacy rates, as you can see, going down, way down. And it's something that we need to understand because it's been 70 years at this point. When are we going to fall out of the trance? Realize that we've been raised a certain way, but we vote against that way that we were raised. When are we going to realize that part? When are we going to stop attacking people who bring our community to account When are we going to stop attacking them and calling them all kinds of names? And when are we going to own up and realize that we have everything we've been fighting for, and it's up to us to start doing better from within? When other communities put way more emphasis on education, and it shows. White people, of course, Asian people, Indians. And I know you know what I'm talking about. We put emphasis on athletics. We put emphasis on the arts. We put emphasis on things that are 1 in a billion. You know, granted, many Black Americans, we do become great athletes. That is a less than a 1% chance. You know, what you have almost 100% chance is going out there and getting a good job. But you got to be able to read. You got to be able to write. Now, out in California, they doing California things. They want to introduce our ignorance, our illiteracy. They want to introduce this into the classroom, guys, and teach it a part of curriculum. Now, this is absolutely embarrassing and insulting. You should be insulted. And the fact that the leader of this initiative is a Black woman, no surprise that she has a degree in social justice and protesting. And it's no surprise it's in California. You don't believe me? Check this out.
Pushing Black English to be legitimized in preschools as a way to build children's literacy skills in California. Black Californians United for Early Care and Education is part of a movement challenging harmful language hierarchies and affirm Black language as a legitimate rule-governed language rooted in Black history, culture, and community. The movement also seeks to address how language bias shows up in early learning spaces and how it can be dismantled. I don't want my son to walk around in any room and feel like his voice is not valued or his perspective cannot be heard because he is not saying it one way or the other. Blackie's co-founder Ashley Williams told PBS she also remembered how speaking Black English is full of slangs and grammatical errors, so it came with a lot of embarrassment.
It came with a lot of embarrassment. You should be ridiculed. You should be made fun of if you can't speak proper English. We're not going to own up not learning the English language, jump on the victimhood side of things and say they made fun of me because I couldn't speak well. No, you learn to speak well. You learn the language. We are carrying over hundreds of years of lack of education, hundreds of years of slave mentality, slave speech, and just not learning how to speak, guys. This is just laziness to the point where we want to own being retarded so much that we want to introduce it as a curriculum and teach elementary kids. Are we just teaching the Blacks? Or we want to teach the white kids slang? How are we going to do that? The slang changes every 2 years. It's just baffling to me. It's baffling to me that we want to own up to mediocrity. We want to establish mediocrity, low bar, low standards as the norm. Just like the Tuskegee dress code situation. We can't have high standards. If it wasn't for low standards, we wouldn't have standards at all. And the problem is things used to be really high. Standards used to be really high. 40s, 50s, even the 60s. After that, downhill. Once we started voting for the Dems, things went downhill. And we got to get to a certain point where we can open our eyes and we can see that. And I'm here to wake you guys up. I'm just here to present information, facts, history. And before you hop in my comments calling me names, respond to the points that I make. Because trying to please the white man, that's not an argument. With that being said, nothing about how I look at my community and how I vote has anything to do with race. It has everything to do with my convicted beliefs. What I know to be right, what I know to be true. There could be not a single white person that votes like me. I'm still going to want better for my people. I'm going to want them to read. I want them to lower the crime rate. I want them to stay out of prison. I want my women to stay out of the clinics. I want better. I want us to have businesses. I want us to capitalize on our strengths. I want us to just be a better people. Is that so hard to ask for? Just because I don't vote blue? Is that so hard to ask for? Now, at this point, we got here because of blue policies. And what this is going to create is a sense of victimhood. Because when these kids get out here in society, they can't get jobs. They see their white counterparts, their Asian counterparts getting those high-paying jobs. Guess what? They can read. They can write. They can reason on paper. They can read those emails sent to them by their bosses. They can read those applications online. They don't need Chat GPT to write their papers for them. They don't need that. We got to get to the point where we don't need technology. Use it as a tool, not as a crutch. I can see it now. Black hiring rate. Black employment rate down. You know what that correlates with? Literacy rates. Direct connection. And we can't read. We can't read. It's absolutely embarrassing.
Now look at the majority black. That's the top bar. The black schools receive more failing grades, more F grades than they do A grades. And it is not even close with any other ethnicity. Majority Asian schools receive A's at the highest rate because, I mean, come on, stereotypes exist for a reason. But I mean, look at the majority white schools. They're doing better than the black schools, but they still aren't doing that well.
There you go. There you have it. More numbers and statistics. Now, I know many of you, most of you probably will, call me all the names. Say I'm trying to please the white man, things of that nature, bootlegger, blase. I'm used to it at this point. Come up with something new and creative, but better yet, argue my points. Let's have an educated conversation about things. For the people who actually want to listen, want to help, guys, thank you. Join the team, join the club. I challenge you. Speak up about these things because I don't see the education system getting any better anytime soon. So we have to make a difference. We have to make a change. We have to be in our students, our kids' lives. We have to know what's going on in the home. Who are they hanging out with outside of the home? And even better yet, be in touch with what they're doing in school and be in contact with their educators. Those teachers, especially if you're still a teacher and you haven't quit with how out of control kids are today, thank you. But those teachers, they want to help. You don't get into the profession of teaching, especially today, with how they're being treated because you don't want to help kids. They want to help your child. Why don't you? Why don't you? Let me know what you think. How can we help moving forward? How much damage has voting blue done to our society? What should we do about the education system? What about the Department of Education? Let me know what you think. Give me the HBO special. That's a Help a Brother Out special. Give me a like, subscribe, share this video with somebody that can benefit from it. And of course, leave your comments down in the comment section so we can have a conversation. This is the Black American channel of the free and the brave.